Okay, so here's my three pictures, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna trace, outline these three shapes as a silhouette. So first things first, I would recommend zoom in a little bit, just so like we'll start with the bread, so it fills up your whole screen. Okay, next we want to go to the line tool, but we don't want the line tool. We want this curve tool. We want this curve tool. So the way the curve tool works is like this. I'll start down here. I click and I drag and I click and I drag and I click and I click and I click, and notice it's making shapes, okay? So again, I just click and it's making shapes. It doesn't fill in an actual shape until I come back to the starting point and connect them. Now it's a shape. Okay, so I'm going to delete that and start over with the curve tool. So I'm going to trace, outline this loaf of bread. So I'm just moving my mouse and clicking, moving the trackpad and clicking. Again, just moving the trackpad and clicking. Now, of course, most times a loaf of bread would probably be straight. So if you don't like this particular loaf of bread, you are welcome to find another. But for our purposes, it works great. So I'm kind of, not getting it exactly right, and it's okay. We'll adjust it later. So again, just don't double click, because if you double click, your shape connects and you're gonna have to start over. So don't double click, because at that point your shape connects and you'll have to start over. And there's my loaf of bread. So I'm going to zoom back out so you can see everything fits on the page. I'm going to change over to the select tool. I'm going to click the original picture of the bread and delete it. Honestly, that does not look like a loaf of bread. For today's practices, it's perfectly fine. Now, if you want to fill that color with, like a loaf of bread, maybe color, that's fine. Put a transparent border. We're done. So I'm going to move it out of the way. And moving on to the peanut butter. So again, I'm going to zoom in on the peanut butter so I can see better what's going on. It's a little too zoomed in, so I'm going to have to go back out. All right. So first things first, curve tool. I'm going to start with the lid. And again, I'm just clicking and moving my mouse slightly. I double clicked on accident. It made a shape. I don't want that. I need to delete it and start over. So one more time, curve tool. Again, just moving your mouse slightly. Make sure you move your mouse before you click so you don't do what I did there. And again, we're just going around tracing the shape. Got a little off there. We'll fix it later. And up and around. And up and around. That actually looks more like a loaf of bread than my original picture did. So again, I'm going to click the select tool. I'm going to click the picture behind it and press delete. So now I'm left with my lovely jar of peanut butter. I'm going to click it. I don't care what color I make it. That's kind of weird, Rochelle. That's okay. One picture left. Let's go with the jelly. So one more time, curve tool. Again, we're just clicking and moving. I'm going to go back to the select tool, click the picture, delete, and there's my jelly. And transparent. So I can now take these pictures. I can make it smaller. I can make it smaller. I can name this and put some text on there by double clicking. I'm sorry, double clicking pulls up the purple ones if I need to zoom in or change where I landed some of these. Like if I want to go, I can change the shape by clicking those purples, but I'm going to leave it alone for right now. I'm going to rename it something else. I'm going to add a text box and call it peanut butter. Maybe do a little rotating so it kind of fits on here better. Duplicate, Control C, copy if I want. And I'm going to call this one jelly. And probably don't need to rotate it, so I'll put it back the way it was. Yeah, and there's my bread. How do I get the bread behind it? Well, considering it was the first one done, it went behind it automatically. Alrighty, so all I need now to do is to insert some word art in America's #1 lunch sandwich. Sure. Just make it look pretty. Maybe add some color. And the rest is up to you.